Shreyas Talpade, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
Shreyas, you'll be seen playing the spinner Pravin Tambe in the film Kaun Pravin Tambe that is currently streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar. This is, of course, a story of passion and perseverance. Pravin Tambe, of course, got his first break as a professional cricketer at the age of 41. This is all what we know from the trailer. So please tell us more about Pravin Tambe and how much did you know about his life?
Praveen Tambe is the oldest debutant in IPL. He did his debut at the age of 41. And actually, when I saw him for the first time playing, I was like, who's this guy? Because in this entire group of 22, 23, 19-year-olds, suddenly you see one guy who doesn't really fit that part. And I asked my friends, who's this guy? And they told me it's Praveen Tambe. He did his debut at 41. And then we saw his game and we really loved it, because his energy, his enthusiasm was, probably even more than some of the youngsters playing in the team. And first I thought कि किसी के पहचान से तो नहीं आया 41 में कौन debut करता है कैसे debut होती but then I was told no, he's a fantastic player, and Rahul Dravid spotted him and then he got him in the team. And I said, wow. So when I saw him, obviously as an actor, as a filmmaker, you probably think of a story, right? That यहाँ पे कुछ कहानी होगी कि where was he till the age of 41? What was he doing? So there has to be some story behind it. And then eventually, of course, you forget about it. Then, a couple of years later, suddenly you get a call saying that, we are planning a film on Praveen Tambe, and would you be keen? So I said, definitely keen on at least listening to what the story is all about. I want to know. And then I met Praveen, I met writers, I met Jaiprath, and of course, Neeraj and Sheetal and everyone, Sudeep at Friday Film Works and Boot Room. And when I heard his story, I was truly amazed. I was amazed because here is this guy who just kept on relentlessly going after his dreams and not giving up at all, in spite of so many people telling him, and which is a norm, right? I mean, कि अरे तू अभी 35 का हो गया, अभी क्रिकेट कौन खेलेगा, अभी कौन खेलता है, कौन लेगा? It is a fact. But he just went on and on and on till finally he achieved what he wanted to. And I'm so happy for him because when you meet Praveen, you realize that he's such a simple, sincere, honest guy. That there is no malice, there is no bone of negativity in his body. He's very positive, hopeful always. That no, something good will happen. And that is what I really liked about him. And I said, wow, it'll be wonderful to portray this guy on screen. And now when the film has already started streaming, I'm really happy because the reviews have been great. The audience reaction is very, very positive. So yeah, we're just keeping our fingers crossed for the weekend. It should be better over Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, I just hope that, it touches people in the right manner. That's it.
So you knew before you signed the film about Praveen Tambe, or you actually discovered him when it was pitched to you as a story?
So I had known about this player Praveen Tambe, but I didn't know about his story as to what was the story behind Praveen Tambe. That only I got to know only once I was approached for this particular part, and I was told that okay, ye kahani hai uski. That is when I actually got to know his story and actually got to meet also Praveen Tambe.
So what was it that you as an actor connected most with this story?
Well, actually, if you ask me, in the film also what we really tried to bring out is the spirit of Praveen Tambe.
Okay.
The fact that he believes in the line that age is just a number. He firmly believes in it, and that is my biggest takeaway from the film as well. That age is really just a number. His spirit was something that Jaiprath was very keen on. He said, we are not doing any prosthetics. And, of course, you have to get his body language and the bowling action and everything right. But what is most important is getting the spirit of Praveen Tambe right. What he stands for. The fact that he is always positive, always, chasing his dreams, and he never really gives up till the time he really achieves that. That is something which was paramount for us, and that is what we aim to bring out through the film.
So the obvious question, what was Praveen Tambe's reaction to the movie?
Well, in fact, I just saw one video where he saw the film with his KKR teammates last night, and uh, it was a completely emotional reaction. In fact, all of them got emotional after the film, and I was with Praveen when we saw the trailer together, and we were just getting into an interview, and we both of us saw the trailer, and again, both of us started crying, and you know, we got emotional about the whole thing. Jaiprad was there; he also was crying, and the interview, we had to, request them to just wait for 10 minutes till the time we actually got a little normal from that thing. But it's bound to happen, right? I mean, there are so many cricketers, there are so many legends, and there are so many stories. But I mean, here's Praveen Tambe, who fought all his life to play cricket the way he wanted to, and finally he gets his due, and finally there's a film that is being made on Praveen Tambe. So it is an emotional moment for him. We just had a screening for his family when I was there for the screening, and all of them got very emotional after the screening. And we missed Praveen because it's a huge moment for him, uh, and the kind of guy that he is now that I know him. I'm going to be speaking with him tonight, and I'm sure we'll probably first just end up crying for a little while, and then we will end up speaking for a long, long time.
Shreyas, what was the most challenging part for you, especially while prepping it? Getting the right action of his bowling?
Yeah, so in fact, thanks to Praveen Tambe that 17 years after playing Iqbal, I got to play another cricketer on screen and not the coach, which
That was my next question, by the way. I'll come to that. Yeah.
so yes, getting the bowling action, getting his mannerisms was of course important, and we did our prep for almost 3 months before we started shooting. So most of our practice sessions were with Praveen. Sometimes he was not there, so it was with another coach. But I was trying to get the whole spin action right, because hardly anyone knew what he did medium pace bowling, or even he's a batsman. Before he switched to spin bowling. So that was something that I spoke with him, and he said, it's a normal medium pace bowling action. There's nothing very special about it. But spin bowling is a mixture of medium pace and spin. So if you really observe, his jump is slightly higher than any other spin bowler, and the follow through also is a little like a medium pace bowler. So that was something that I wanted to get right. Then when he speaks. Uh, he has a certain pattern. In fact, there is no pattern to his speaking, and there's no pattern is his pattern. So we had to get that right. Then his honesty, his sincerity, his naivety, if I may, all these factors were something which makes Praveen Tambe, and it was very important that that comes across in the right manner. His honesty, his intensity, his sincerity towards the sport is something that he really stands for. So that was something that we worked on. Even during the shoot, Jaiprad would keep telling me certain things, because there's a tendency as an actor, especially when you've done a lot of comedy films. There's a tendency to probably add a humor, maybe a bit of humor in every sequence. And Jaiprad would always tell me, no, 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 you're Praveen Tambe. Remember, you're Praveen Tambe. So yeah, it was great fun working on this particular project and understanding Praveen Tambe in a whole new light.
Was this also an attempt on your part to break your image from this actor who's mostly part of the comedies and want to now do some serious acting?
It's strange because I started with a very serious film like Iqbal, and after that it was difficult to break away from that serious image and do comedies, because people wouldn't, as filmmakers, wouldn't trust me with comedies after Iqbal. And then I did Golmaal Returns. It worked. My work got appreciated. And I got a lot of comedies after that, to the point where it again became a challenge for me to break away from that image and go back to my serious image. So, yes, I mean, in a way, I won't say that I want to break away from that image, but it is always important and refreshing for any actor to try out something new. And in this case, Kaun Pravin Tambe is like, for me, it is like redefining myself. Because yes, a lot of people had forgotten the fact that I had done a film like Iqbal, and I kept reminding myself that no, I've done Iqbal, and I can probably do something like that if given an opportunity. And I felt this was that opportunity where I can probably just re-showcase the craft that I feel needs to be shown. And there's so much more that you want to do as an actor. But yes, I can only thank the entire team involved at Hotstar, at Friday Filmworks and Boot Room, who gave me this wonderful opportunity to just showcase my craft once again.
Praveen Tambe's wife played an important role in his life. In this film, that character is played by Anjali Patil. How was it working with her, and how much time it took for you to develop a bond with Anjali?
Anjali too is from NSD. She's done theater. I think she's done a specialization in direction and not really acting. But there is something about her. There's some quality about her which you immediately tend to connect with. And we didn't really have to break any ice between us because I felt there was no ice. So we just warmed up to each other the first time we met. She's a very, very sweet girl, very accommodating, very supportive. And there were sequences where, I'm yelling at her or probably I'm pushing her and things like that. And I felt as if I'm working with someone who I worked with for the longest time. It was for the first time that we were working together, but she's got this very special quality about her. She really makes you comfortable, and she was like, "You do whatever you want to. It's okay. Just relax and do your part. You focus on your part and don't worry about me." So I think it's very important that your co-star gives you that kind of confidence and support, and that is exactly what she did. It's like she's like that wife that Praveen Tambe has, who's like this rock solid pillar of support in his life, and that's exactly what Anjali has done. While she remained in the background, supporting me, she did everything in a capacity to make sure that Praveen Tambe shines on screen. So I think she's a wonderful actress. In fact, we're doing something together again, and I'm loving every bit of it working with her. She's phenomenal.
Then what do you think this movie would do for Praveen Tambe? And what do you think the film will achieve with its message?
So for Praveen Tambe, I think I just hope, that that people answer this question, Kaun Pravin Tambe, and I just hope that it reaches out to so many people that it's no longer a question and it's an answer. We know who Praveen Tambe is, or I think it needs to be something like, who's Praveen Tambe? I think Praveen Tambe is every person who has a dream, who wants to go after his dreams, who has this passion for whatever he loves to do, and just goes after it with all his heart. That is Praveen Tambe. So I just hope that Praveen Tambe, somewhere the film and as a person, he is truly an inspiring guy. And I just hope that the film somewhere touches people in a way that they, especially people who feel that ab to ho gaya, ab kya, ab nahi hua. Age cannot be that factor that will stop you from achieving your dreams. Age probably is the last thing. So if you feel you have it in you and you can achieve it, just go after it. And that is what the film aims to do. In fact, I'm getting so many messages from so many people now saying that we probably had given up, but this film has given us renewed hope that we can probably go out there and achieve whatever we want to. If Praveen Tambe can do it, we definitely can. So that is what I feel Praveen Tambe deserves a lot more as a person, as a cricketer. He really, really deserves a lot more. And I just hope that it is time now that he really gets his due.
You're having this great year, Shreyas. First, you had Pushpa earlier this year, and now Kaun Pravin Tambe. Do people always come to you and ask you to say lines from Pushpa? Have you got any compliment from Allu Arjun?
Allu Arjun, yes. Alluji, in fact, in a couple of his interviews, he's very openly thanked me. In fact, the words that he used is, "Thank you for giving soul to Pushpa." I think coming from an actor to another actor, that's a huge compliment. I've been a huge admirer of his work, and I was very happy when I got to dub this film for him because I like his work. I like him as an actor, and I feel he's a very sincere actor. You know, and whatever he does with a lot of conviction, and Pushpa is proof enough of that. So I was very happy to do that, and whatever happened after that, it's quite unbelievable, to be very honest. In my little career, I have never seen anyone getting this kind of appreciation for dubbing a particular film. But nevertheless, I think God has been extremely kind, and so have been our people. They've showered me with immense love for Pushpa. And yes, wherever I go today, you know, I am known as the voice of Pushpa, or I'm known as Pushpa also at some places. And none of my meetings or my interviews get over without me saying, "Main jhukega nahi, sala." so, so it's quite phenomenal. But I'm loving every moment of it, and I just hope that Kaun Pravin Tambe, going by the response that we're receiving, I just hope that we end up receiving similar kind of response for Kaun Pravin Tambe as well.
And finally, Shreya, you have done many movies, and in which two you played cricketer. Have you ever kept anything from a film set?
Yes, I guess every film I do that. I When I did Iqbal, I had one season ball autograph by Kapil Paji that is still there with me. When I did Golmaal, there's a jacket that the entire team has signed, and that is still there with me. And from Praveen Tambe, I have a bat uh, with me, which I want when once Praveen comes back from his IPL stint, I want him to sign it first, and then I will take all the other autographs. So yes, I guess 10, 20, 25 years down the line, when you look back, these are some of the fondest memories that you will live with, and that's all that we will have, right? So yes, I'm in addition to all the fond memories, these are some mementos that I take with me.
Shreyas Talpade, thank you so much and best of luck.
Pleasure talking to you. Thanks a lot.